This is Comcast Local Edition. I'm Jack Hanson. Many years ago, during World War II, my father used to work at the Hunters Point Shipyard along with my uncles and other members of my family. Well, now, many years later, there's an attempt to clean up the Hunters Point Shipyard and all the mess that came along with it. And Don Capobrace is with us. He's with the San Francisco Redevelopment Agency and your project manager for the Hunters Point Shipyard. You've been doing this now for 3 or 4 years, right?
That's right, 3.5 years.
Any progress being made, Don?
Well, the shipyard's been closed for 30 years, as you mentioned, and for the first time since we've been negotiating with the Navy, we finally have a signed deal with the U.S. Navy for them to clean it up and transfer the property to us in phases. So that just got signed on April 29th.
I was just going to ask you that. When did they sign? And under pressure, of course, the Navy's been not real quick to come around, I don't think, with the money necessary to do it, have they?
No, but there has been tremendous support from Congresswoman Pelosi, Senators Feinstein and Boxer, Mayors Brown and Newsom, Sophie Maxwell, who's the supervisor out there, as well as tremendous support from the community stakeholders. Okay,
now we're talking not about Hunters Point, we're talking about Hunters Point Shipyard. That's only, right? How many acres is that?
It's about 500 acres total.
Isn't it? Yeah,
that would be added to the city over time.
Yeah. Now, a lot of the problems out there, of course, when they were making ships during the war, there wasn't a lot of thought about the environment. Things went into the bay. There was a lot of stuff out there that needs to be cleaned up. Is that part of the project, I assume?
Right. It's the responsibility of the U.S. Navy to clean up the shipyard. Now they've spent probably in excess of $300 million to date in their cleanup process, and things have picked up over the last several years in terms of their cleanup process. They're very motivated to transfer property to us, but we need to make sure that they do a good job, do the right thing in terms of cleaning it up, and at the end of the day, their U.S. EPA and the state regulators have to sign off that the cleanup was done correctly before they can transfer it to the redevelopment agency.
Okay, so the goal is going to be what?
The goal is, over time, 1,600 to 1,800 residential units, over 3 million square feet of commercial and industrial space, over 100 acres of open space, a brand new community for the city and county of San Francisco. We're going to do it in small chunks, however, and we're looking at taking our first piece of property, which is about 88 acres, sometime later this year, hopefully early fall.
Yeah, I knew it was big out there. I didn't realize it was 400 acres. That's
500, right?
500 acres. I didn't even realize it was 500 acres. The idea of putting homes and things out there, do you have people signed up who are waiting to build? I mean, the weather out there, as most of us know who grew up in San Francisco, is nicer out there than it is out at 47th and Noriega, you know, for the most part.
Phenomenal weather.
Yeah.
Because the shipyard was built for Navy purposes, there's going to be a lot of work that needs to be done just to get the land ready to actually build homes or businesses out there. So we're looking at a couple, 2 or 3 years in this first phase just to get new water, sewer, gas, electric, roads out there. So we haven't gotten to that point where we're actually planning or to move people into to units out there. First we got to get the property from the Navy, then we have to build the infrastructure, and then we'll start construction of those
homes.
So
are we talking about like a 10-year project, something like that?
Well, we're looking at probably a 5 to 7 year build out for this first phase of development, and hopefully we'll start at the end of this year.
Okay, well, it's a very worthwhile project, and as I said, it's a nice weather out there, and I hope that it comes through. And you've been working on it for how long now?
About 3.5 years.
And do you feel encouraged?
Very much so. So what we like to do is get the community out there to participate. Now is the time to get involved in the planning of the shipyard. HuntersPointShipyard.com, one word, is a way to get information on it. And there's a community that meets the second Monday of every month. At Southeast Community Center. Okay,
thanks for being here, Don.
Thank you very much.
It's Comcast Local Edition. I'm Jack Hanson. Thanks for watching.